Golden Sierra Job Training Agency, and we are part of the America's Job Center of California Network, or AJCC, as some of us know. Um, we offer a range of no cost employment and training services for both employers and job seekers in the regions that we're assigned. And there's an America's Job Center that represents every county across the entire United States. So if you don't live in one of our counties, there is a location where you can also connect with services like ours. We are assigned Placer, El Dorado, and Alpine counties specifically. If you are not in one of these counties or nearby one of these counties, we invite you to go to careeronestop.org and put in your zip code in the Find Local Help dropdown. And that will give you a list of centers that are near you to reach out for services and help. Golden Sierra was just recently able to open our job center with no appointment necessary. So we are open 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. And we are located just off of Douglas Boulevard and North Sunrise in Roseville. You can come in and use the job search computers, apply for jobs or unemployment insurance. You can take typing tests, which are sometimes required for these civil service positions. So that's a great way to get a proctored exam result for your application packets and things. But one of the things that I think a lot of people aren't sure is when I say job search computers, you can actually come in and print physical resumes if you're going to a job fair instead of having to go to a library or something and pay 10 cents or more for a copy. You can do that for free at our offices. So we are here to help you, and we want to do so. And I believe there's even some fancy paper that is available to you, but just connect with our job center on that and see what's available. Um, we are a no-cost resource because we are federally funded to help you. And we do that through a variety of services. But we also have a specialty program. If you happen to be between the ages of 16 and 24 and not attending school, we want to help you plan for the future and improve your employability with some career counseling and programs specifically for you. That is not our only population. We work with everyone who is considered workforce age. And we have a lot of help available to you. Reach out if you're interested. We serve the community in 3 ways. We have basic career services. Those are available to everyone. They are self-directed, and this includes that career center that I mentioned, as well as workshops like this one and hiring events like tomorrow's. And then also there are resume assistants. We can provide you some feedback on what your resume, what our impression of your resume is. However, if you want some more hands-on help, that's going to be our level 2 individualized services, which you do need to meet the WIOA qualification standards. It's not your job to figure out if you qualify. If you are interested, we have an interest form that is a great step. I'll share that link again at the end of the presentation. But we offer individualized career services like career counseling and assessments, resume development, job search assistance, application assistance, and then our most popular is our interview preparation. This is a mock interview that we do specific to that job description. I know some of you heard me earlier say save that job description. This is another use for that job description. So you can send it to us. We can prepare your interview so that we can help you get some of those nerves out, but also make it very targeted in a practice interview for the real deal. And then our level 3 is our training services. We have 3 different programs under this umbrella, and it's on the job training. This provides wage reimbursement to certain employers to help offset those costs of giving you a chance at a new position that you have not had before and get some experience. We give 50% of your wage back to the employer up to a certain point in number of days or or overall cost, depending on the hourly rate that they offer you. And then that paid work experience, this is a chance for young adults to gain valuable work world exposure from our community leaders and really get a shot in understanding what working, what their interests are and how that can relate to a job. And then lastly, our vocational and occupational skills trainings programs. These are part of the CalJobs site under the ETPL, Eligibility Trainer Provider List. There's a bunch of programs and schools and certifications like there's like an accounting one, there's a project management one, there's medical assisting, mechanic, all kinds of different programs. So whatever might interest you, this is a great first step if you don't have any experience in the field that you wish to go into and you're currently under or unemployed. And then with our self-directed services, you can always find our workshop calendar on our website, goldensierra.com/calendar. We offer orientations, sort of just a more deep dive of what our services that we offer here at Golden Sierra. The first and third Wednesdays of every month. So the next one will be next Wednesday if you're interested in finding out more specific information about our services and the programs that are available to you. Feel free to join us. That's again going to be on a Zoom virtual meeting. So you can log in from anywhere. And then we will have our YouTube channel. There are some workshops already up there. I think there's actually one from Erica and Jed from earlier that is recorded and live on there. If you missed this morning's session at 9:30, feel free to go back and watch how to apply for Placer County jobs there. And then we host throughout the year several hiring events, virtually and in person. So if you see these logos, feel free to know that that is going to be a Golden Sierra partner event or hosted event, and we'd be happy to see you at one of these events. Our next one will be Placer Works, and that's going to be in June. The date is working on confirmation right now, but I think it's going to be June 21st, so you can go ahead and save that date and then join us. We'll be outside over off of 65 and Blue Oaks. More to come on that. And then we do have a metrics learning platform. Normally there would be a fee to take these courses, but there's 5,000 courses within the metrics learning site that you have access to if you sign up through goldensierra.metricslearning.com. There's anything from first aid to certification programs. One of my favorites is actually the introductory to Teams. There's so many organizations using Teams right now, and if you have not used it before, it is a great way to familiarize yourself with that particular program. But there's even certifications on Microsoft Suite in general that you can add to your resume as skills to help boost your knowledge and experience of those different programs. And then, as I said before, if you're interested in any of these services I just mentioned, visit goldensierra.com/jobs/training. And that's going to be an online interest form where we ask you a little bit of information, and then we connect you with one of our case managers to see if you're available for those tier 2 and tier 3 services, or how we can best help you moving forward. And then also you can find us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And then of course our YouTube channel is there too. We also use Eventbrite to do some registration. So check us out, and we'd love to see you at a future event. I am going to skip some of this because you are all registered if you have been here before, but I did want to point out on the registration window, there is a timeline of the event, so you can kind of see where we are and what the plan is and things like that. And you can also use that same link to to log in. Just toggle over to the sign in instead of the register as attendee, and that'll bring you back to your dashboard. You can also register on app.premiervirtual.com, and I do suggest bookmarking that page for easy returning to all of our virtual events or hybrid events. With that, I do want to kind of touch on for a few minutes the editing your profile. This has become increasingly important now that Premier Virtual has made some key updates and allows employers to come find you, which just makes your job search so much easier because they're going to want to know what your skills are. So my first suggestion is go to your dashboard, look on the menu on the left side, and see the My Profile gear. Click on that, and that will take you to your general information. This would be anything that you put in at your original registration, that widget that popped up with those 8 steps. And so with this one, you're going to make any edits to your profile that you see fit. With your job title, if you're currently unemployed or just don't want to put your specific job title in there, put something that you're looking for in that section, perhaps that IT professional. That's what you put. Accounting professional, something generalized that shows the recruiter what it is you're looking for and what your target job title is. then, and you can even put like IT manager, something like that, whatever that level is that you are looking for. But just click the edit profile button on the top right corner, and that will allow you to update anything within your profile that the employer will see. This includes your bio section. I recommend putting one or two sentences here that introduce you to the employer. This is going to be the first thing they see when they pull up your profile within the platform. And so this is your chance, as if you were meeting them in person or networking, to say hello. Make this professional, make it brief, but also talk about the skills that you bring to the table. And don't be shy. It's okay. This is the one area I think it's okay to be arrogant in your job search, because they want to know what skills you have and why they want to keep connecting with you. In that same vein, I'll talk about adding experiences to your profile. Um, also, don't forget to add a picture. Recruiters really love to see your face. Make sure it's professional, make sure it's from the shoulders up, all of those things. And it does need to be a JPEG or PNG format for that one. So with the experiences, when you add these, and you'll see some of the ones that I added for myself, you can see, you click on edit at the bottom of the experience tab, right? Edit, and then it'll bring up this pop-up window that says pick a category. Under that category, you can pick certifications or experience, and then that will open a new window that gives you even more options. So feel free to peruse all of that and figure out, adding, my suggestion is to add at least 10 skills, but you can add as many as it will let you, which I'm not sure if there's a limit to that or not. But with that, also, you're going to want to add a resume, and that does want to be a PDF file. So make sure that you can, in most of the documents, you can, Google Docs, Microsoft Office, those things, you can select save as. If you save as a PDF, that'll give you that PDF format for your profile. And then when you come to the event, you probably have already done this, but you click Access Lobby, and that will take you into the lobby. And then you can also find your event. It might be under the Ongoing tab on your dashboard, but it might be under the Events tab as well. So check both spaces if you don't see it on your dashboard, and then click Access Lobby. And then from here, this is what I kind of wanted to give you some tips. During your event, it's really important to talk to the recruiters that are reaching out to you. For the event itself, you can come back to the workshop sessions. Once I put that link up with the recordings, you can come to the resources and chat with a few of our community partners that have resources specifically for job seekers. And then the department networking is going to be where you find the companies that are currently hiring. And within that, you'll find different categories like city, county, federal, all kinds of different jobs. So check that out. You can see what our booth looks like. All you have to do is, once you get to the category that has the logos of the companies, you click on their logo and it takes you inside their booth. Into that booth, you'll see an About Us section. You'll see any job postings that they may have included. With civil service positions, because there's an external application process, they don't always fill out a job posting, so you may not see this button. And if you do see a button and it asks you to submit a resume, that doesn't mean that you have applied for the job. That means that you've connected with the recruiter, and they will follow up with you after the event on the positions that you might have expressed interest in for that full application process. And then you'll also see on the right hand side there's a chat window, and an accessibility button. That accessibility button gives you larger font, sound effects, things like that. So if that is something that would help you in your event, definitely check that out and see what is available to customize your platform to best use during the event. And then during the chat, if someone reaches out to you and begins a chat, don't ignore it for too long, because if you're standing at a booth in person and someone says hello, you're not going to ignore them. And so we want to make sure that you don't do that on the virtual space as well. It's really important to just at least start the conversation and say hello. Ask them general questions. These are my skills. What do you have that would meet my skills? Do you have any openings in category X, Y, and Z, whatever it might be? But don't be afraid to say hello first. Sometimes they won't reach out first. all you have to do on the chat window is click begin. It's like a blue button at the very top of the chat that says chat with and has the name of the organization of the booth that you're currently in. You can click that button and begin chatting with them first. Which is a great way to start. Although I do encourage them to say hello as soon as you enter the booth. So hopefully they beat you to it, and we'll see. I will say, if you're on a smartphone, it tends to close that chat window. So you might have to click the arrow to open it to continue chatting while you're working through the job fair platform and looking at all the different companies and all of that. There is sorry, this is more about that chat. So then with the video, they might ask you to go to video. This is something that only the recruiters have access to, ask you to go to video. However, there you will need to approve the microphone and camera usage, and then you'll be able to go into what will look sort of like this, but be a one-on-one conversation or a two-on-one, it'll be a small group conversation with that person on video, which is why I do encourage you to be dressed at least from the waist up, in case a recruiter does want to go on camera with you. And then you may notice that a notification pops up. They have access to your profile information that you are going to go back and edit and perfect. So if they look at your profile and they say, I want to keep talking to you, they're going to invite you to visit their booth or directly to a video chat. I highly suggest taking advantage of these opportunities because they're already seeing your skills and seeing someone that they want to talk to. So it's already off to a good start. So you'll see that pop up. It'll be on the little bell. It'll show as a red circle. When you click on the bell, the pop-up will come up and it'll say, join the call, or it'll say visit the booth, something like that. So feel free to take advantage of those recruiters coming for you and coming to talk to you instead of you having to go find them. And then, like I said, if you do upload a resume, it's really easy to drop that resume into a virtual booth. You can just hit submit resume and that will drop your resume. It will not apply for the job because civil service jobs have to be externally applied for and all of the steps followed. So just be cautious of that. And then when you meet a company and you want to make a note about it, that's what we call the dispositioning of a company. Take any notes to help you remember for follow-up who you talked with, where you left off, anything. No one can see this except you. We can't see it as the host. The employers can't see it. So these are specifically for you to help you follow up and come back to the information. You potentially will be talking to a lot of recruiters at one time, so you want to make sure that you save that information. And then after the event, you'll find all of that information in the My Journey section, and that is available to you as long as you have a Premier Virtual account. This includes any chats that you had as well as the booths that you visited and things like that. So feel free to check that out. You can kind of see some of the steps that Josh Jobseeker took on here and where it left off. And you can see here updated status, interview schedule. That's what we want to see, right? So really great opportunities there. This is my contact information. If you have any questions or if you get stuck, feel free to reach out. It also has the Metrics Learning account, or if you want someone to take a sneak peek at your resume and give just a little bit of feedback, you can send your resume to jobs@goldenseer.com and we'll go ahead and give you our initial impact feedback. And then I'm going to go back really quick and leave this up on the screen. These are all the participating agencies we have at tomorrow's virtual networking. So you already have access to these booths, so you can kind of see who's here, but I thought a list would be helpful. So feel free to take a snapshot. There is one that added this morning, Department of Public Health, that is not on there. And I may have a few more sign up during the rest of the day, but we have, I think it's 25 different organizations. So feel free to connect with all of them within that 2 hours and at least say hello and check out their job descriptions between now and then, so you know who you want to talk to and what you want to talk to them about. And with that, I will say just a few extra tips. If you are before your job fair, it's a great idea to you've already registered ahead of time, but research the employers, look at their About Us section, find out all the information you can. And then prepare your resume. If you have a specific job that you are targeting, make a customized resume and upload that as well into your booth, so that you can have as many resumes or cover letters as you'd like in that PDF format. And then, of course, practice your pitch. Maybe make a little document of how you want to respond. I'm looking for X industry. I'm looking for Y opportunity, whatever it might be that you can connect with an employer. What do you have open right now? Hello, my name is da da da. These are my skills. Anything that you might think you would use over and over again, that you can copy and paste into your section will just make it into your chat, will just make it easier on you. And then check your tech. Make sure that you can go to video in the platform. And if you want to do that, I'll be in the Golden Sierra booth. Feel free to visit me and I will go to video with you as I am able, to just test that tech out. And I'll stay on the platform at 2 o'clock today for anyone that wants to hang tight and practice that today. Um, then on the virtual job fair, you want to make sure you're dressed professionally. You want to get rid of distractions as best you can. And then you want to be ready to talk to those employers. Like I said, don't ignore them. Have those conversations as if you were standing with them in person. And use business communication. We want you to be professional in how you're speaking with them, be respectful. Don't worry too much about spelling errors. We all make those when we're using a text type function. But be as careful as you possibly can when you are reviewing before you hit the send chat button. And then document, use that My Journey section. It will really help you in the post event follow up. And then one of my tips personally, after the event is over tomorrow, even today, really, you can take some time to appreciate the job well done that you have. Celebrate the fact that you are here, you showed up, and you're moving forward in your job search. Sometimes that includes getting a sweet treat for yourself, like a frozen yogurt or something. But sometimes that's just a walk outside. Not for me today with the allergies, but maybe for you. And then just be cautious and forthcoming with your thank yous. They want to hear from you. Some of them might even have uploaded their LinkedIn account, so you can send a quick message on LinkedIn even, or you can send an email, give them a phone call. A handwritten note is very well appreciated, although a little bit more time consuming and takes a little longer to get to them. But it is very welcome from our employers. They love getting those. So any questions before I hand it over to our next presenters?